gosh, this paint looks killer. I mean, it looks amazing.
Welcome back to Fab Automotive Detailing. You guys, this video, we're going to take a look at the Gyeon Pure EVO ceramic coating. Let's do it. All right, you guys, so before we get this video started, if you like detailing videos, product review videos, ceramic coating videos, how-to videos, stuff like that, that stuff interests you guys, take a second, go down below the video, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the little bell, turn on all post notifications, so every time I upload a video, you do get notified. So in this video, you guys, we're gonna be installing Pure EVO on my 2009 Harley-Davidson Electric Glide Ultra Classic I recently purchased. This bike is going to be used at car shows and stuff. We're gonna have booths at car shows to sell detailing products. As you guys know, I have a detailing product supply business. It's going to be kind of the focal point because people can see the paint, can see the chrome, can see anything, the leather seats, and they can see what I used on it. And that's the reason I decided to go with Pure on this bike, because this Pure is a very user-friendly product. I did get to test this product when I met Nathan and Will from Gyeon USA at the Southern Detailers Conference in Kentucky. We pushed this product to its limits. We went 12 minutes, I think, before we wiped it off. And then we left a high spot on purpose for 38 minutes. And came right back and wiped it off, no problem at all. So very user friendly. So if somebody sees my bike and decides they want to do the ceramic coating that I used, it's something that I can have confidence in knowing that it's very simple to use, that they would have no problem taking it home and doing it to their own motorcycle or car without having any problems at all. So Pure is called Pure because it has so much SiO2 and it has the highest amount of SiO2 possible you can put in ceramic coating. And that's what's going to give us that jetting, that really dark look on dark color paints. Now, my bike is a pearl white and like a gray metallic with a blue pinstripe. Not going to probably see a darkening effect in this video. So this is a 3-year coating, you guys, and it is a 1-layer coating. You can choose to put 2 on if you want to. So in order to get this paint ready to go, for it to have the best chance of the coating bonding to it, we want to make sure that the paint is completely naked, has no polishing oils left over, has no wax left over, sealant, whatever. Anything that could hinder the chances of Pure bonding to the clear coat. So I washed the motorcycle outside. Once I got done washing the motorcycle, I brought it inside. Once it was completely dry, I went over and did a mechanical decontamination with a clay bar, and it wasn't bad at all. After that stage was over, I wanted to compound because I did have a lot of swirls, especially in the gas tank and on the fairing on the front fender, which is completely expected on a bike that's 13 years old, you guys. I just bought this bike. It's a 13-year-old bike, completely expected. It's actually not as bad a shape as I thought it was going to be, which is an awesome thing. So I'm thankful to the previous owner that owned this bike that he took very, very good care of it. But for the compounding stage, you guys, I use Gyeon's Q2M compound. This is a heavy cut compound, works fantastic. Wipe off is simple. The gloss looks amazing afterwards. You could almost one-step it with this, but I think that once I used primer on it, it really brought the gloss out even more. But compound did a fantastic job, you guys, at removing all the imperfections, and it's a very easy wipe off. After I got done doing that, I went over with prep. I did not take a video of that. So when I got done with the compound and the prep, I used Q2 primer. Primer basically leaves an SO2 primer behind on the paint, so you can coat right over it. Now, you don't have to use it that way. You can use it as your normal finishing polish because it will do a little bit of correction, but it brings the gloss out like crazy. But you can follow it right up with prep and then immediately coat if you want to. I did not want to do it that way. I wanted to use it as a primer polish. So once I got done using it, I wiped it off, which the wipe off was like butter. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. Got done wiping it off. I put towels on it and I let it sit for 48 hours. They're only supposed to let it sit 24. It says that the residue evaporates and leaves SO2 priming surface ready to go. So now we are ready to coat right over the top of this primer, and this should give the coating the best chance at bonding to the clear coat. The kit that we're going to be using in this video, which is the one that I sell on my website, this is a 30 mil Pure light box. It's called a light box because it's basically just the coating in your applicator and a few other things, which I'll show you. It doesn't come with cure or anything like that. So this is a 30 mil bottle, you guys, of Pure. I love Gyeon's bottling. They're always on point, you guys. It normally has like a cellophane on. I just took it off of there for this video, but their bottling is always the best on the market, hands down. They have these new applicators now, which I show in my other videos. You have a microfiber side here and a micro suede side here. I think on Pure we're going to be using the microfiber side. I was told that it seems to work just a little bit better with this microfiber side. I think it's more of a preference than anything else, you guys. Very cool. You don't have to worry about holding the silk applicators on like you had to back in the day with the blocks. And then basically they're going to give you a manual that's going to show you how to install all of their coatings, each one. A maintenance guide. It's going to show you how to take care of it once you use it. A GNI sticker, which I'm not putting on the motorcycle, but it does come with that. And then a sticker for the door sill, which I'm obviously not going to put on the motorcycle, but you can check off what product you used and the date that you applied it. So we're going to be using this coating on the bike once again because it's very, very easy. We push it to its limits and it's such an amazing product. So let's get on the bike. I'm excited. Let's get it done. So it's going to be hard to give you guys a good view on this. So let me show you guys. This is after using primer, compound, and then followed by primer. Look at the gloss on this. It's unreal. It is so good. But we're going to coat this saddlebag first. I'm in no rush to wipe it off, but I will be using 2 towels to wipe off. I'll show you guys ahead of time in case I forget to mention it. I'm going to use a low nap for the initial wipe off, and then use a plush towel for the final buff. Always shake it up first. Okay. And like I said, we're going to be using the microfiber side. Now the reason I decided to use this first is I need to prime this pad. So we're going to be using more than normal to prime it. Just make sure it's good and wet. Don't want to scratch the paint. Always put your cap back on. Okay. We're just going to come in here and we're just going to start coating it. A little bit goes a very long way on this. Ooh, about knocked my stand over. I'm just going to cross hatch it really fast. And that's pretty much it. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep moving on. Need just a few drops after that. Okay, and the reason I have gloves on is so I can touch stuff to hold this bag. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just doing the back right now. Okay, and we're just going to bring it on to the front. This thing is so slick already. It's crazy. Trying to not touch where I've already coated. And after that initial prime, you don't need a lot of product. I'm going to do the back last. That's it. About 4 minutes in, right here, you guys. I'm in no rush. I know that wipe off is going to be a breeze. Now you can wipe off pretty much immediately if you want to. But it's nice knowing that you don't have to. That's the cool thing about Pure. We're going to wait just a couple more minutes and then I'll show you guys how easy it is. All right, so we're about 7 minutes in, so probably about 6 minutes since I first started applying it to the top because I do like to talk. I'm going to hold on to here so I don't touch the paint. I'm going to take my first towel and I'm just going to wipe it. Once again, I'm not worried about it curing too fast. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the back. This stuff is an absolute joy to work with right here, you guys. But we know it's been on there long enough. It's already done what it's supposed to do. Okay, just removing the transfer solution. Dang, I'm gonna knock that thing over here in a minute and I'm gonna really be mad. Some people call this leveling the coating. You're really just removing the transfer solution is all you're really doing. We're gonna follow it up this towel, buff it to perfection. Oh my gosh, this paint looks killer. I mean, it looks amazing.
I mean, it's dripping wet. Is what it looks like. Can't wait to see this thing all the way done. Now, one thing you will notice if you've ever used Moe's, Pure is not going to be as slick as Moe's EVO. Moe's is designed to be slick. This is designed basically to give you your gloss that everybody wants. You want to find a high spot when it comes to these coatings. You need indirect lighting. I cannot take this outside in the UV light, which is the best way to check for high spots because it's so humid here. Right now we're about 90% humidity and it's really hot, and the moisture would just stick right to this new coating. Look at that pearl. A few scratches here and there left over, but man, it got rid of almost all of it. Tons of gloss now. All right, bags are done, look amazing. Now we're just going to step over here. We are going to do this fairing. I will have to get a silk applicator to do the behind the lights. Way I can make sure I get it all. So I have a silk applicator left over from when I applied one. That's going to allow me to get in behind here. Down, up underneath. Same thing on this side. Allow me to get all the way down, up underneath. Like that. New side, this is the side I used before. You can tell it's dark, fresh side. And by the way, in case I didn't mention before, Pure is just a little bit grabby. I guess the older version was really grabby. I never used the old version, so I can't compare the two. I'll do behind the lights after I do this. I always remove in the order in which I apply. And the reason I like to wear gloves is, one, you don't want to really get the coating on your skin. You don't have to. Two, I don't want to take a chance of my skin oils touching the paint. Oh my goodness. It's not crazy slick, but my gosh, is it glossy. I mean, unreal glossy. Might be able to sell it for more than I bought it for now. Absolutely. There we go. All right, you guys, last section I'm going to show you me applying it, and I need to get this thing done. I'm putting a thick layer on, and I'm letting it sit at least 3 or 4 minutes before wiping each one off. It is a little bit grabby, but it's not bad. Just go right over the logo. And Gyeon doesn't tell you have to wipe a certain way when you do this or apply it a certain way. They just want even coverage. So that's what I'm doing. Make sure I get all the way around. And then I just let it sit and then just remove it. All right, you guys, so the coating is complete. I could do a second layer. I'm not going to. I don't see a reason to. 3 years, this is plenty long enough for one coat. This thing's gonna fully cure for several days before it ever even leaves the garage. But this thing is like dripping wet. I know I've probably said that a few times in this video, but how you really know is when you see that gloss right there in the pearl white. That's how you know. Looks really good. The bags look amazing over there. The tank looks really good. And then the side panels. It actually messes the focus up on the camera. And then the tour pack looks amazing. This probably is the best looking part of the bike in my opinion as far as the gloss. I mean, it just looks amazing. Looks like fresh paint. All right, it's going to cure for several days. And then maybe I'll get the hood in here, the test hood, when we get back home for camping over the weekend. All right, you guys, so we are going to go ahead and do this on the test panel. I can tell you we were gone all weekend camping because I applied that coating on, I think it was Thursday. So I was gone, or we were gone Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Got back Sunday night, and I can tell you that the bike looks amazing. Just can't wait to show you guys. But let's go ahead and do this first. So if you guys remember, this is the test panel that I have the new Modes EVO on this side. It is squared off. You'll see it when the water test, when I do a water test on this tomorrow. So we're gonna do the same thing over here because I'm gonna polish this side. We're gonna do a square. We're gonna put Pure here. We're gonna let it sit out in the sun the rest of the day today because it's only noon. So it's gonna bake in the sun. And then tomorrow we will do a water test on it. And I'll be using compound followed by primer, but then I'm gonna immediately follow it up with prep. And then I'll show you guys what the surface looks like. And then I'll mark it off and we will go ahead and do the Pure application on here and then do the water test and everything. I'm not gonna show you guys me doing the paint correction or anything like that. You guys know how that works. So let me get this done. I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, you guys, so I use compound, primer, and then prep. Let me show you guys what the surface looks like. Right here is where the Modes EVO is. So just so you guys know. You can see it's not repelling the water at all. Look at the Modes EVO. That stuff is ridiculous. But the water is just sitting flat on the surface. All right, you guys, so we are outside in the shade, but it is 86 degrees with 49% humidity. But we're gonna do this outside because it is outside friendly. All the new coatings are. That does not mean direct sunlight. But when you have humidity like we've got here, it's gonna flash faster. What we're gonna do, here's how much I got left, by the way, about half a bottle. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push it to its limits. We're gonna let it sit on here for a little while, even out here in this heat. And just gonna, that's as much as we need for this little section. And by the way, it is crystallizing. The applicator I used is harder than a rock. Okay. I guess it's too much, that little area. Good enough. Yeah, the applicator's junk, your towels are junk. Hope I can show you guys this, maybe not. We are getting a little bit of a rainbow. Wish I could show you guys. Just a little bit. But it is 12:01. We'll go to, I don't know, 12:06, 12:07, somewhere around there, 5 minutes, and we'll wipe it off. All right, you guys. So it is 12:06. It's been sitting out here in this 85 degree weather, 86 degree, and 50% humidity. I'm telling you, just standing here. I mean, it's sticky. So let's see what this does. Let me see if I can show it to you one more time. Hopefully you guys can see that rainbowing. It's so obvious in person. I actually brought my daughter out to look at it. Let's see what happens. Push it to its limits. This is outside, you guys. Okay. Easy as pie. So you could do the entire hood outside and probably a fender or two, come back and wipe off. These new products are extremely easy to use. The new EVO line. Okay, so now that I have the tape off, I just want to go, because you know I got coating underneath that tape. Oh, it feels really good. So it looks really good. See if we can follow the sun over there. Yeah, you can see it's a lot clearer versus here and there. But I'm gonna set it out here in the grass and let it bake all day. All right, you guys, so it has been 24 hours since I applied Pure to this side of the hood. Remember, this is Pure EVO. This one is the Mohs EVO. It's actually kind of warm, sun's beating on it, but doesn't matter. This hood sat outside all day yesterday. The hood was extremely hot when I picked it up. It actually was so hot it hurt my hands when I carried it out of the sun. So it definitely baked in. Now, Gyeon says to wait 12 hours, keep the coating dry in that 12-hour period. After that 12-hour period is up, you can drive the car as usual in any conditions. So 12 hours is all they say, but do not wash for 14 days. And that's for any of their coatings. So let's check out these hydrophobics. Now, it's definitely not nearly as slick as the Mohs side, but that is expected. Mohs is meant for slickness. All right, let's look at the Mohs really quick. As you can see, that square is very obvious where Mohs is, and that's gonna be hard to tell on the camera. We'll show you guys with it on the ground here in just a little bit. But very obvious where Mohs is. Let's do Pure. Wow, those are really, really tight beads. Let me show you guys. I'll just get you guys in my hand. It's hard to film like this, but it's easier for you guys to see. So here's the Mohs side. Okay. Here's the Pure side. Tons of really high and tight beading. Mohs EVO right here. So you can see, Pure EVO. Let's go up high. Like if it was just a mist. That looks fantastic. Mohs. Pure. Down here should be easier for you guys to see. Look at that. It's obvious where it's at. All right, you guys, so this thing is done. I could not be happier with the way that this thing looks after using those Gyeon products. Check this thing out. Look at this paint. Unreal. I mean, it looks dripping wet. Looks absolutely amazing. I just got done driving it down to a bridge, so you guys will see that in the final video. That should be a pretty cool ending to this detail. Once again, you guys, it doesn't get much better than that right there. Seriously looks like it's got a brand new paint job. It's that wet looking in person. I put the ceramic coating on the Harley Davidson logo also. Obviously the side covers, the side bags, the tour box. Look at this thing. Incredible. All right, you guys, so that's going to do it for Gyeon Pure, Gyeon Primer, and Gyeon Compound. Fantastic combination. Could not be happier with it. The paint looks literally dripping wet. The camera probably will not do it justice. In person, especially in the garage, it literally looks like if you touched it, you're going to get paint on your hand. It looks that way. And to make pearl white do that, which that Pure is more for the darker colors, is absolutely amazing. Simple to use. Pure was an absolute breeze. I mean, it was a joy to use. It was so simple. I waited, what was it, 6 minutes at one point, and it wiped right off. Yeah, if you wait longer, it seems to be a little bit tacky, but nothing bad. Nothing bad at all. It's really, really simple to use. And that's why I decided to use that on the bike, because when I go to bike shows, I want to be able to showcase it to people that maybe have never used a coating before, and they can use Gyeon Pure, and they can have confidence knowing that they're going to do a really good job because it's that simple to use. And I'll be doing car shows here, you guys, coming really soon. I have 2 coming up. One is going to be in Greenfield, Indiana, where we're from. It's going to be south of town at the First Church of the Nazarene on State Road 9 on Labor Day. We're going to have a booth there. The bike is going to be there as the showcase. You guys can come check out the bike, the work that I did to it, and have a conversation with me. I love having a conversation with people. I love meeting subscribers that I've never met before. And while you're there, maybe pick up some products. And we're going to have the day of show specials, as far as we're going to have kits together, like Gyeon Pure and Primer and Compound and so on and so forth. So that'd be cool to meet you guys there. And if you don't get a chance to make it to that one, and you're anywhere nearby, Gas City, Indiana, which is up 65, the DuckTales, it's a 4-day car show. I'll be there all 4 days. We're going to have the bike there. We're going to have the booth there. We're going to have products and everything. Me and Mrs. Fab, come meet us, you guys. Check out the bike. Check out some products. We'd love to see you guys there, you guys. So I want to mention that really quick before I forgot. But overall, absolutely 2 thumbs up on all 3 of these products I used in this video. But I used about half the bottle of Pure on this. I used not quite half of the bottles of Compound or Primer, so just to give you guys an idea. So I want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video and checking it out. Hope you guys enjoy as much as I did. This bike has turned out amazing. If you liked the video and it's helpful, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Fab family. We'd love to have you. We'll see you in the next video.